What's up, everyone? Welcome to this informational video about Gather, the Metaverse product that we're going to be using at the end of each day of the My Momentum seminar to interact more closely and organically with our colleagues at the seminar, our speakers, and our partners in performance. We're going to keep this video really short, high-level overview, but just give you a quick introduction to Gather before you get there for the first time on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So at the end of each day, we'll drop a link into the Zoom chat box. Simply click on that link, and that's going to open your default browser with Gather. You do not need to download any kind of application or software, just using your normal browser. Now, it will open your default. Like I say, the guys at Gather suggest either using Chrome or Mozilla Firefox for a higher performance, although both Internet Explorer and Safari will work as well. So let's check it out. Share my screen here for you guys. We'll get stuck straight in. So you'll be taken to this screen right here. This is what you'll see initially. You'll be able to build your own character, however you want it to look. Rename yourself. I recommend you use both your first name and your last name if you can. If not, first name is just totally fine. Obviously, make sure your video and microphone are correct, as well as your speaker, so that you can have good audio and visual. After that, you'll hit join the gathering, and it's going to actually take you through a quick intro as to how to use Gather, similar to what we're about to do today. That'll take literally 1 minute, and then you'll be dumped into this environment, which is our specific My Momentum seminar environment. So let's walk our way up to the middle here. You can be dumped really anywhere around this whole environment, but we're going to start right in the middle in the atrium of our metaverse. Get rid of this sidebar here. So this is the My Momentum Gather metaverse. We're going to navigate around and show you how to use this. As you can see, right here, it really gives you the quick snapshot of how to use Gather. Use your arrow keys to move, walk up to somebody to start sharing your video and audio with them, and press X to interact with interactable objects. So using my left arrow key, I can move to the left. Using my right, I can move to the right. This may seem choppy on the recording for you, but I guarantee you when you get in here, it'll be nice and smooth. To move up arrow key, and down arrow key. You can also use W, A, S, and D on your keyboard, just like you were gaming, to be able to move around as well. So let's go and explore a little bit. I'm going to go to the left here towards Pat Ivy and Adam Virgil. I'm going to go up to the top. Now you'll find that there's going to be a number of different rooms that you can drop into and explore. This room on the left-hand side right here with all the school logos is our My Momentum Connect page, featuring a couple of our institutions that are available on My Momentum Connect. If you haven't heard about Connect, this would be a great chance for you to drop in there and check some of them out. I'll leave that up to you though when you get into the Gather environment. Up here, we have a number of different partners in performance joining us for this seminar: TeamBuilder, Vald, EliteForm, Vodamax, and Sorinex. This happens to be TeamBuilder's room. There will be a representative from TeamBuilder with us. Please feel free to drop in there, chat with them about TeamBuilder itself, chat with them about their journey in strength conditioning, because many of these reps from these companies often started out as strength conditioning professionals as well. You'll see as you walk up to different objects, some of them might glow and they say press X to interact. So this one, for example, is an interactable object. If I press X on my keyboard, it's going to bring up the interactive element. In this case, this happens to be TeamBuilder's website, and you can just poke around here to see what they're about. Okay, in order to exit out of that, you hit X again, and you're back into your metaverse environment. Similarly, right here, here's a video of something from TeamBuilder 2. So there's going to be a bunch of different interactive elements around Gather. So feel free to poke around anything you think might be interesting. See if it glows. And if it does, press X to interact, and you'll be away to the races. Let's check out one of the speaker rooms. So right up here, this is Pat Ivy's room. Our metaverse environment is really a big square, and in each corner, certainly the top left, and bottom right, there will be speaker rooms. The 3 speakers from the first day will be in here on Monday. The 3 speakers from the second day will be in here on Tuesday. This happens to be Pat Ivy's room. Quick glimpse at this. If you go over to the Bitmoji of Pat Ivy, another interactable object, press X, and here it just has essentially the business card or the contact card for the person there. So if you want to take down any of their information, follow them on socials, you can do that. Obviously hit an X to move out of that. The speaker for each room will be in their respective room. So Dr. Pat Ivy will be in this room at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, May 16th, for example. Now, right now, I'm just in this kind of public space. You can see at the top of the screen here, there's a little character, a guy called Mario. Mario just so happens to be me on a different laptop over here to my left-hand side, but this will give you a kind of glimpse as to how you interact with people in Gather. Now I'm going to go over here just before we do that to the participant sidebar. you've got these, this bar on the bottom here, which has got a couple of different things you can do, but mainly over here, you'll be looking at this participants area. If you click on that, it's going to bring open a navigation pane for you to be able to find different participants in Gather. So if there's somebody you're particularly searching for, you can type in here the person you're searching for, and they'll come up. And then you have a couple of different options. If you click on them, you can either message them, say, hey, wherever they are. Now you're going to start a little chain thread with them. Outside of messaging, you can also do these two things, locate on map and follow, that we're going to get to in a second. No worries about request to lead or spotlight too much, but these two are certainly really useful. So let's see how we interact with somebody. Gather is a proximity-based video conferencing solution in the metaverse. So as I walk my character up towards Mario, you'll see another video of me appearing, right? So as I get closer and closer, just keep your eyes on the top of the screen and you'll see a video box start to pop up. So this is me over here on the left-hand side. And as I get closer, the video becomes clearer, clearer, clearer. And if I was unmuted, then our audio would start getting clearer and clearer as well. So now I've got close to Mario, I can have this conversation with him. Right now, the screen is pretty small up here, but if I wanted to go full screen on that, I can just click on it. And now we're having, or I'm having a conversation myself, you'd be having a conversation with somebody else. As soon as somebody else comes in, their video will be added, or you can use what's called carousel mode, or sorry, grid view, where you have your two people side by side. Now, this is most likely what you're going to want to use. It looks kind of similar to Zoom, right? So when you're in this room and you're speaking with Dr. Pat Ivy as a one-on-one, and then all of a sudden somebody else comes and joins the conversation, their video is going to pop up in this grid. And you can have, I think it's certainly a 3x3, so 9 people in a grid on the page. But I think Gather has actually increased that number now. Even if you have more than 9, there'll be an arrow key and you can just arrow across to the next group of individuals who happen to be in your conversation. So really, if you just gather, literally gather around each other, honeypot around each other, all of your videos and audios will pop up. But as soon as you want to leave and go and explore and go and talk to other people, you just use your arrow keys, head out, and that video is going to disappear. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to start arrowing down to move away from Mario, and you'll see that his video fades out, fades away, and now I'm off to a different space. Okay, so that's the proximity-based feature of Gather. Now, if I move Mario up a little bit, so if you just watch his character, he moves up into this room, or onto that carpet, should I say. If I move up towards him, his video now, for some reason, is not coming clear. His audio is not coming through, even if I get right next to him. And this is because Mario is what is called, he's in what's called a private area. The seating area to the right-hand side with the fireplace is also a private area. Really, most of the areas in the speaker rooms that are carpeted, those are going to be private areas. So if I was to go over here, you'll see the rest of the environment is going to turn a little bit darker. And it says at the bottom of the screen, you've entered a private space. This just means that you can have a private conversation with somebody and nobody else around you is going to be able to hear you. However, if there are multiple people in that private space, they can hear you, they can see your video, and it doesn't matter how close or far away they are. So let me do this with Mario. Remember, he's in a private space, I'm not, therefore I can't see or hear him. As soon as I step onto that purple rug, now we've connected, we have really clear and crisp audio. Technically, if I was to move away from him, my audio and visual should fade, but you can see it's still really clear and strong because we are in the same private space. So it doesn't matter how far away you are. So this is what I recommend we do when we're talking with our speaker. We all basically go to the biggest private space that happens to be this one, and everyone just jumps onto the carpet there and chats, and we'll all have really clear audio and visual. All right, and that's how it's going to work. So what else have we got going on? Let's say if Mario takes a hike, right, and he goes all the way over here somewhere. So he's disappearing on our screen right now. And I've had a conversation with Mario early in the day, and I want to go and catch up with him and ask him another question about something that came up. Again, we can use this participant feature. Click on Mario, click either locate on map, which is going to draw a line to where he is, and you can use your arrow keys to follow that. Or you can say follow. Now I'm not going to use my hands at all. I'm going to click follow, hands are off the keyboard, and it's automatically going to walk your character straight to where that person that you're trying to find is. So here's Mario down here. We're going to get close to each other again. And now we're talking again. Now, just bear this in mind. If Mario starts to move away from you, because you're still technically following him, your character will just continue to follow him wherever he goes. So you'll have to click on Mario, stop following. And now as he moves away, you stay behind like that. Last thing is, if you're having a conversation out in an open space and you're just like, I really want to keep this conversation private for whatever reason, you can create a private space around two individuals, and all you have to do is click on the person. So I'm going to click on Mario, or right click, sorry, and say start bubble. And when I start bubble, you see it creates this orange kind of pill shape around us too. And now we are in this private bubble. So even if somebody else was to come and interact with us around us, they would not actually be able to hear us or see our videos until we broke the bubble, which either is right clicking saying stop bubble or just simply moving away again, just like that. All right. So this is the Metaverse environment. This is going to be super awesome. We had tons of great feedback last year. We're excited to welcome you guys back to the space, which has new and improved features. We'll see you guys on Monday, May 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern time.